Good last Friday morning of October the 25th, 2024. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith from Garden State Weather. And if this video finds you in a good place, you can click on the little icon on the lower right-hand side to subscribe to our channel. And we're always available to answer your questions and comments as well on these videos. And also trying to build up our channel. And we're also on Twitter at Garden State WEA. It is 6:19 in the morning here. We're at Herald Square Cam in New York City, where it's 50 degrees and clear skies this morning. Let's take a look at Lincoln Harbor Cam here in Weehawken, New Jersey. It's 50 at 6:19 this morning. Sunrise this morning will be at 7:20, so it's a lot of bright lights here around Midtown New York City at 50 degrees at 6:19 this morning. Times Square is quiet this morning with lots of lights on Broadway, and it is beautiful. There's a hotel in Saranac Lake. A lot of fog this morning, and 25 degrees too. Dew point met the air temperature, and there's some fog in the air this morning. It's a little chilly at 6:20 there. Hayden Cam in Kentucky this morning is clear and kind of quiet at 39 degrees this morning, so that's looking good. Dublin Cam getting going at 11:20. Our famous Temple Bar, all the Christmas trees, and you should see the inside of this place. I gotta get there. It's 54 degrees at 11:20, getting close to noontime now, and people are going to get into that place in just a moment. Michigan snow cam here from Gaylord, Michigan. We're finding some of the critters coming out, but it's still too warm for any kind of snow, but it's 50 degrees. New Orleans on Bourbon Street is quiet at 5:20 this morning, their time, and 63 degrees. Straits of Gibraltar, 66 and beautiful. Lots of stratocumulus clouds in the air. Florida Marine Cam in Fort Lauderdale this morning, 79 and looking good. Bellagio Cam, not too many people left this morning. It's 3:21. There were more people here at 1 o'clock their time, 64 degrees. Beautiful place. Las Vegas, Nevada is all quiet this morning at 3:20 and 64 degrees. Rio de Janeiro, 8:21 in the morning, 82. People getting out, going to work, people getting on the beach, people riding bikes. Gorgeous skies too. Yeah, and the snow cam. New Orleans, we did this. We did Bourbon Street. Thailand is looking good. 91 at 5:21 their time. That's hot. Streets are wet in Chicago at Wrigley Field this morning, where the rain is coming down. It's 50 degrees. And at the Skydeck Cam Northview in Chicago, Illinois, there's a little bit of haze and fog in the air. Temperature at 50 degrees. And in Philadelphia this morning, it's under clear skies and 44. Nice cloud cover here in, well, we'll take a look at this. This is Texas here, the Reunion Cam, Dallas, Texas, 72 this morning under mostly clear skies. And this looks good from the Brooklyn Bridge in New York City, 50 degrees this morning as people are just getting going at 6:23 in the morning. Here's our little critter here in Gaylord, Michigan. Back here at the Weather Center today through the weekend, we're in a drought right now. Water restrictions are in place just about everywhere, so you have to conserve water. The rivers and the streams and just, showing beach right now because that's how dry the ground is right now. We are in a drought, and a drought situation is in effect. Fire weather danger is also in effect. That will continue through the weekend too. So if you're burning anything outside, please monitor your burning. Contact your local fire officials and police departments in your region to find out what is acceptable and what is not acceptable and how to extinguish it. Right now we're clear at 41 degrees. Pollen is very high because it has been so dry here. It's going to be beautiful weather coming up. Really no appreciable rainfall. So we're going to start out with a couple of cold fronts. One is going to come through Saturday night and Sunday morning, drop our temperatures down into the upper 50s. and then rebound into the 60s, 70s, and then another cold front next weekend back into the 60s. But the predominant thing here is the drought and the dry weather and the fire danger. Right now it is 41 degrees. Skies are clear. No precipitation. Air quality is very good at 11. UVI index going lower now in the sky as we get closer to autumn here. At 3, dew points comfortable at 37, humidity 79%. The winds are out of the northwest at about 2 to 13 miles an hour. Pollen is very high again today as a result of all of that dryness in the air and ground. Visibility is better than 10 miles. Air pressure is high. 41% of the moon right now. The next full moon on November 15th. Sunrise this morning will be at 7:20. Sunset tonight at 6:01. From the Rutgers Meteorology Program at Cooks College in Rutgers University in New Brunswick, it's 39. The winds are out of the northwest at about 3 to 5 miles an hour. At this hour, temperatures, the warmest spots are in the upper 40s here at around the coastlines, Atlantic City, Seaside Heights, Harvey Cedars, that's LBI. Cool spots this morning, we did radiate back down to 28 right now, below freezing temperatures in northwestern New Jersey. Taking a look around the region this morning, again, some upper 20s, lower 30s here in northwestern New Jersey, out to the west here, and basically 40s and 50s just about everywhere else. And the minimum temperatures this morning so far before sunrise have dropped down. And we find a couple of readings here, around 30 here in Sandyston, and the temperatures are even lower than that right now in a few spots before sunrise this morning. Humidity, dew points right now are bone dry, okay, and relative humidity is normal for this time of the day because it's not the air is not mixing out just yet, and there's no evaporation in the air because there's no sunrise yet, so we're not going to see that. Wind speeds are kind of on the light side right now, a little higher right along the immediate coast here and in the New York City metropolitan area, but high pressure is in control. And again, soil moisture is so lacking. It's just so dry that farmers can't even plow. Christmas trees are going to be a problem. It's going to be one of those years where the cranberries, the bogs, the farmers, and the Christmas tree guys are going to have a hard time with this atmosphere that we're in right now. Geocolor satellite, lots of clear skies. IR band, lots of clear skies. And water vapor channel showing the same thing. This morning we'll take a look at Flu Star. Now, it is pneumonia season, and there have been a lot of reports from nurses and doctors in hospitals that the flu, not the flu, but pneumonia, walking pneumonia, especially in children, has been on the rise. So do look out for that. And of course, the CDC just lowered the pneumonia vaccine from 65 down to the age of 50. So you want to check that story out as well. Cold and flu building here in southern New England and across the eastern United States. Coughing is on the rise. That it could be a problem, especially if you have breathing apparatus problems. Strep throat is also rising now across the mid-Atlantic region. Fever is on the rise as well. The most common thing right now, we're not showing any flu symptoms right now or COVID, but RSV continues to build. But the main story here is the cough, the strep, and the pneumonia. Surface analysis this morning, basically high pressure over the New Jersey, New York City, Mid-Atlantic region. And when we get to the fronts here, you're going to see this. Anything that's going on through Chicago or whatever and the upper Great Lakes here, that's not really going to impinge upon our region as high pressure is in control. The winds turn to the southwest and things are quieting down. As this cold front approaches on Friday night and Saturday morning with a warm front ahead of it, you see that this front is going to die out. Any kind of rainfall will be coming downwind the lakes into southern New England. That's not even going to be impressive. New storm system entering the northwestern coast, and then cool and drier polar air taking control on Saturday night and Sunday, lowering temperatures like we just showed you. new storm coming into the Intermountain West here in the upper northwest coast, actually, eventually into the Intermountain West. But high pressure is going to be in control over the forecast area, our forecast area, and winds are going to turn around and air temperature is going to rise by the middle part of next week. And even this frontal boundary approaching on Thursday and Friday is probably going to come through dry. Yeah. And if you're looking for appreciable rainfall here in the eastern United States, you're not going to find any. It's going to be over the Great Lakes, the Ohio River Valley here into southeastern Canada, and of course across British Columbia and the western United States coastlines here of Washington and Oregon over the next 7 days. And thankfully, we have no airport delays here across the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic coast states this morning. Other thing that's good to note is that we're down now in the tracking of down power here across the country. So things are looking good now in Florida, and in Georgia, South Carolina. So this is getting better. And on the aviational weather deck, it's VFR conditions through the forecast period. Small craft advisories do remain on the ocean waters until 6 p.m. And then the winds turning around from the northwest to the southerly direction during the afternoon. Outlook, winds and seas increase Saturday following the cold front. Small craft advisories continue into the evening. Fair weather followed that, and winds and seas remain below that into the middle of next week. The big concern, of course, is the fire weather danger, so you do want to be careful on burning anything outside. And with this ongoing drought that we've been in right now, we've had, a trace in Newark, so that doesn't count. So we're down below almost 3 inches for the month with absolutely no precipitation. September only had, a half to 3/4 of an inch of rain, so it's still down. And now, because of all of this, for the year, since January 1st, we're down about 3.5 inches. So we had a wet summer and a spring, but now we're in a drought. Back in the National Hurricane Center here in Miami, Florida, nothing's going on in the area here. Let's see if we can refresh this. It's not coming up right, but there's nothing going on. Eastern Pacific has Major Hurricane Christy here at 150 miles an hour, but this storm is going to become, well, it's a major storm right now, Category 4, but there are no watches and warnings here. So it's located about 1,000 miles west-southwest at the tip of Baja, California. It's moving to the west-northwest at about 14 miles an hour. But there are no coastal watches or warnings in effect. And getting back to the Central Pacific, nothing is going on. So that's cool. Asbury Park this morning, pretty calm seas, sunrise just about to happen in about 30 minutes from this broadcast. People getting out, walking on the boardwalk this morning. Remember, in order to like us and subscribe to the channel to be notified when these videos are done, which is on a daily basis right now, just select the Garden State Weather little icon on the lower right-hand side of the video and hit subscribe. And we're also on Twitter at Garden State WEA. I hope everybody has a beautiful Friday and a beautiful weekend. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith, and we'll be talking soon. Have a great day.